And welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 213 for the week of February 25th. I am Alca7raz, and with me, as normal, is Nemesis.
Hey there!
Yeah, so back after 1 week because of last week's thing. We didn't have to go 2 weeks.
Oh no.
So yes, because of that, we don't have a huge amount of news to talk about this week.
Nope.
So I guess that's a thing. So yes, like I said, we do have a little bit of news to talk about. We are going to talk about a comic. We did get one of those in, so we'll talk about that. And we're going to go talk about another old episode this week. So
Another one.
yes, another one. We've trying to get through as many as we can before the season starts.
Before it's too late.
Before it's too yes.
We have a deadline now.
Yeah. Yes. So let's just get into the news and let's just get through this. If you would like to follow along, you can find all of our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Remember, that's spelled Libsyn. So go there, click the links for this episode, and let's get to it. In convention news, Everfree Northwest charity donations are now open. So if you want to go send stuff, they have a form, fill it out. And that's all for convention stuff.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
that's pretty much it.
It's been a slow news week.
Yes. And in fandom news, Pony Club, it's the sort of Ponytown-like game with some extra stuff in it, has a new update out, and they've added more stuff. Like cosmetic items and little things to do and such like that, so they are still working on that. It's still in alpha, so check that out if you're interested. Quest Fold, another game from the people who did Fall of Anterfold, is now out. Apparently it's fully released.
And it's apparently creepy.
Yep, apparently it's creepy about Applejack trying to find her parents or something like that. So.
Find her apples. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. But yes, apparently it's kind of creepy, so be warned if you're not into creepy stuff. And in sort of tangentially punny news, them's Fightin herds is out.
Yay! However,
Sort of.
a caveat.
Yeah. Apparently they found a major game-breaking problem in the story mode, and they've temporarily pulled it. So they're calling this an early release, like a 0.95 version, until they can fix the story mode.
Technically in early access now.
Yeah. And then they will release that later in an update. But everything else, supposedly, like all the multiplayer and the training stuff, it is out. So if you've pre-ordered it or if you backed it, you should have it now. And if you don't, you should go buy it.
Yeah, right now it is on Steam. It is actually now 25% off.
Yeah.
So we better hurry on that. I think it's usually it ends March 8th.
Yep.
Want to hurry on that if you want to get that cheaper price.
Go get it. Hasbro has filed for the Allspark distribution trademark.
Oh no.
This could mean many things.
Yeah. Actually movie distribution.
Yes.
Shocker.
It probably means stuff outside of Pony as well.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of people speculating
Allspark.
in the Transformers world.
Yeah. Which is dead.
Dead.
Finally. They finally killed the Bayverse.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
No more Michael Bay. So it'll be interesting where they go from there and what they do with this. We shall see in the future. And Ponies at Dawn is releasing their next album called Rebirth on Friday with a release party on Ponyville FM that starts at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. 1 o'clock Pacific.
Yes. So yes, Friday, that is March 2nd.
Gotta get down.
Ha ha ha. Tune in, they'll be going through all of that. And
timely references.
Yes, timely references. Yes, so tune into the release party, and once that is over, the album will be officially out. So
you can buy it.
Yes, I am looking forward to that. Those are always good releases. Into merchandise news, Amazon has a listing for another My Little Pony Little Golden book. This one's Halloween themed, and it's titled An Excellent Costume Party.
Boo.
Yes, puns.
I suspect eggs are involved. Just a hunch.
I'm not certain if eggs have anything to do with it. And that's all for merchandise news. That's usually one of our big sections, and there's not much.
That's because everything kind of happened already with Toy Fair.
Yes.
No, so we won't really have merchandise news till that stuff actually starts popping up.
In comic news, the synopsis for Friendship is Magic issue number 66 is out. Twilight and friends are surprised to learn that a film is being made about them. When the story turns out to be less than accurate, the group decides to make their own film, but will they be able to agree on the same artistic vision?
Oh, no.
They made a movie about ponies? No.
That's stupid.
Who would ever do that? I wonder how many references to the actual movie there are going to be in this.
Who knows?
It'll be interesting to see where they go with it.
Indeed.
Into Equestria Girls news, apparently there is a full version of that Wallflower song, Invisible or whatever it was titled.
Yeah, it is invisible.
If you remember in the last episode we said we wanted to hear one, and apparently one does exist. Whether or not it will be released, who knows?
I suspect there will be.
One does exist. Apparently they had them do the whole song so that they could cut it down where they needed to later.
Yeah.
So they recorded the full thing. And also credit goes to John Boyd, wrote that song.
Yep. Wouldn't surprise me if it does come out with a soundtrack, because there have been, I believe, just enough songs released via Equestria Girls stuff to justify another album.
Yeah.
Or there will be probably after the next special, which we're not supposed to technically know about, but whatever.
Yeah. Yay. Hopefully they will, because that was a good song. I liked it.
Hey everyone, Nemesis here with a real quick bit of extra Equestria Girls news. The Forgotten Friendship special. It's on Discovery Family Go app now for watching if you have that, which it's easy to get. Just something that came out after we recorded, so had to add it in during the edit. So, back to the regular podcast.
And the Equestria Girls Best Trends Forever short is up on YouTube, apparently again.
Again, because that was the one that came out first and then disappeared.
Yeah.
Because apparently it was a test run, as we found out. In ways we weren't supposed to.
In ways
Again.
we weren't supposed to, yes.
It was supposed to be a test run to see just how people would, watch them and whatnot.
Apparently
And
it
now
worked.
it's officially out.
Yeah.
Again. Figure out what the trend is going to be.
Yep. Opening up with the flash pun. Uh-huh. And speaking of videos that were up and then weren't and then came back, the Fundamentals of Magic short from a while back is back up. And it looks like it will be the start of a new shorts series.
Well,
A series of shorts, not a series that is short. Yes, there's a slight title change. It shows this is like episode 1, so
weird.
apparently there's going to be more.
Very strange.
Yes, but there's one that was up a while back, and then they also
it's
pulled.
Weird animation, I remember that.
Yeah, it's almost Celestia teaching students.
And also
about
the animation,
stuff.
though, was just
Yeah, it was
some
kind of.
perspective weirdness.
It was weird. It was different. And we now have an official synopsis for Season 8, Episode 3. And it is as follows. Pinkie Pie's super best friend sister bond is challenged when Maud gets a boyfriend that Pinkie can't stand.
Yep, and also the episode's called The Mod Couple.
The Maud Couple.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's written by Nick Confalone.
Yep, he pretty much said that on Twitter.
Yep.
That'll be interesting, because already I know some people are kind of upset.
There's yeah. Maud gets a boyfriend? Well then, alright. That's kind of out of the blue.
Yeah.
And that breaks a couple things, depending on how this goes. Because it is a reference to the Odd Couple.
Yeah.
How well it will follow that.
Well,
I
The
don't know.
Odd Couple is not a romantic thing at all.
I know. So we shall see. Also, it's interesting. Someone that Pinkie can't stand actually exists?
Guess so.
I guess so, apparently. So yes, that's a thing. And that's the end of the news. That's it.
Yep.
Told you it was short. So, moving right along, we have a comic. So
Yeah.
talk about that.
Rangers Magic number 63 is out. We have it, thankfully, in time for once.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Written by Christina Rice, art by Brenda Hickey, and colors by Heather Breckel. In which, well, let's see. A bit of a celebration going on in the Sugar Cube corner. And then there's some weird drumming coming outside. And this really angry mayor shows up and apparently wants to, stop Sugar because it's evil.
Sugar's evil.
Yep. And because it makes ponies sick and whatnot. And there's some resistance to this, particularly from the main six. However, it goes bad because apparently half the town agrees now and wants to ban Sugar. Yeah, things go bad.
Things go bad.
It's kind of interesting premise here, especially since the whole thing's about moderation and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's also particularly weird since we have a character specifically who eats tons of sugary things, and we see a lot of characters eating nothing but sugary things. So it's really weird because, yeah, the show Yeah.
This is an interesting story. I mean, there's not a huge amount to the story, but the execution, I think, is the important part.
Yeah. Also, there's definitely references to Prohibition. Blatant
Yes, that whole thing.
Yeah, so it's nice artwork and stuff, and a very interesting design for the... What's her name? Can't remember her name now.
I don't even remember her name. All I know is that she has a sword.
Temperance Flower Dew.
Temperance Flower Dew.
Yeah. I had to hunt it down because she was never actually... I just realized she was never actually properly introduced. I'm guessing they figured out her name from the pamphlet she's been handing out because she never actually said her own name.
Interesting.
But Dash says it. Okay. Yeah. Temperance Flower Dew. And I'm pretty sure... I recall that is a reference to a character from a story.
Possibly. Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, very odd thing. Just the whole ban sugar because, and we find out why banning sugar is a thing and whatnot as well. But I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. Pinky even everything about that. Like, it's true, only if you eat nothing but sugar all the time and everyone looks at Pinky.
Everyone
looks at Pinky. It's, what? What?
The mayor with the iron stomach.
I guess so. So it's an interesting issue. Yeah, it's pretty much enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting, a little odd. Like I said, the story itself, there isn't a huge amount to it, but the execution and how they pull it off.
I think the thing is, it just kind of just feels weird because it's never been an issue before in the pony world, and that's suddenly it is.
And then it isn't.
Yeah, so it's odd in general. I guess it's a way to, introduce an antagonist to Pinky. So, yeah, go ahead and pick it up, I guess. Yeah, it's a pretty good one, just not the amazing one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, for $4, sure, why not?
Alright, so I guess that's the comic. Guess we'll go on and talk about our episode. We're going to talk about Suited for Success. Quick synopsis for those who haven't watched it in a while. Starts off, Rarity is designing a new dress for her to wear at the Grand Galloping Gala. Twilight and Applejack show up with, stuff. Twilight wants her dress fixed to wear. Rarity sees it and goes, "No, you're not wearing that. I'm going to make you a new dress." And then decides to make Applejack a new dress. Then Rainbow Dash shows up and Rarity goes, "We'll make dresses for everyone." So she does, and they have a song, and she designs whole dresses and shows them, and they go, "We thought it was going to be something different." So they and the main six decide to five, decide to make changes and suggestions to their dresses, and Rarity does them much to her chagrin, and ends up making really ugly dresses. They end up doing a fashion show that they had planned on doing earlier, and it goes really bad because the dresses are now ugly, and Hoity-Toity's there and says they're ugly. Rarity's life is ruined, and she mopes. Her friends are sad that this happened and want to fix it, so they make her dress based off of her original designs. And they go back and get their original dresses and re-show Hoity-Toity, and everything is happy again. So yes, that's basically it.
More or less.
More or less. Again, with that term. It's like, every time I do a synopsis, that's what you're going to respond with, huh?
Maybe.
More
Maybe
or
not.
less. Anyway, this is a very girly episode, which does make a bit of sense. This is an episode all about Rarity and dresses.
And it's also a girl's cartoon.
Well, yes, that too, but this is more than usual for this show. But it does make sense. Again, it's a Rarity episode, and it's all about dresses. This is also one of their overarching arc episodes, the whole gala.
Yeah. 3 episodes, that's an arc,
Yes. Yes, the whole arc. But yes, it does have, it interconnects with other episodes, which the other ones don't really do.
Which was different at the time. But now it's kind of like...
Yep.
Okay.
I remember back then we were always asking for more big stories, big story arcs.
Yeah. That's one of the things we asked for, and there's been
we kind of got it.
Kind of later, to a degree, but not to the point where a lot of us hoping for.
Yeah, but there's always a big debate: is that really a good idea?
For me, personally, yes, absolutely.
But there's also a whole thing. It's like we kind of miss the A lot of us kind of missed the slice of life that we got.
Too bad.
No. I think I do kind of miss some of the stuff that we had back here in season 1 with the little slice of life and stuff. It had some charm to it. This episode, how do I... It's hard to sum it up. It is an interesting one for me. I'm not a fan of Rarity. I've never really been a fan of Rarity because... And this episode didn't really help. It wasn't a bad episode, though. I liked it, but... it was all about dresses and stuff, and I don't really... That's not me. I'm not into that kind of stuff. That's kind of why I don't really like Rarity, because that was all that Rarity was about, and I'm not about that. But it's not a bad episode. It was actually really fairly well done. And it had a song. It had a very important song to the fandom, at least. Art of the Dress.
Yeah.
This song got used and remixed all over the place. This was one of the big ones that we remixed. We remixed all of them that came out.
Oh, yeah.
Anything we could use, we used it. But this was one of the really big ones.
One thing I like about this episode is, well, this is the first episode we get with one of Rarity's big freakouts.
Yes.
This is the first time we've ever really see it at all, and it's just always, ever since then, it's always just been really fun to watch Rarity lose it over something or another.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's just watching crazy Rarity pop out, and it's become a bigger and bigger thing, and it's obvious also it's kind of featured, or more, I think it's possibly a little bit, Tabitha had a bit of a hand in why Rarity is the way she is now, because of how Tabitha herself acts in real life.
Yeah.
So I think it's just kind of, it's kind of fun watching the origin of Crazy Rarity. And just watching, just, I don't even know what ponies are supposed to wallow in. I'm so pathetic.
Yeah.
That was fun. And also, kind of weirdly smoothly animated.
Yeah, it was, the animation in this was really good.
Yeah, particularly that bit, the freak out bit. And also Rarity had a slightly different hairstyle for that one spot.
Yeah, she had like this wavy, for like half the episode she had this wavy hair.
Well, that part particular, but in the freak out bit, she had a different style entirely.
Yeah.
Which is
almost
interesting.
like a permed.
Almost. Also, this episode doesn't really help with the dislike of Spike, that's for sure.
Oh, God, Spike. Stop.
Spike, who somehow got a big shot in the fashion industry to come to a podunk town just by mentioning that there's a fashion show. And not only that, since when is Spike hanging out with fashion industry icons?
When did Spike go to Canterlot?
When did this stuff happen? What's going on? I'm confused.
How did Spike do this?
So that's kind of a weird thing in of itself. And then at the same time, when it's pretty obvious it's going over very poorly, that everyone hates them, they're ugly, and, well, hoity-toity is very loudly declaring how bad they are, he decides to say, yeah, Rarity, come on out, take a bow, you earned it. And it's like, Spike.
Are you not paying attention?
Read the room, Spike. Read the room. Although that was funny, just the main six all were kind of realizing that they may have messed things up a little bit. Just looking at what she's wearing and everything, and oh no.
Did we overdo this?
Nah.
Help check. Nah. Well,
Maybe
wait.
a little.
Maybe a little.
There's all the thing earlier with the objects. Nah. Use that. Let's see. Multiple things in this episode where you have been used as various reaction pics.
Oh.
That just the dash is what? It's the flat what?
What?
Well, wearing the bucket on her head.
Flies in, pops up. Hi, I'm gonna make you a dress. What?
Rarity's expression when she was hoity-toity asked her to make him that he's gonna feature her dresses. Her expression that she used was the hoof to her mouth and everything, giggling. That's been used multiple times. Or of course, it's nice.
It's nice. It's fine.
And Fluttershy's freaky knowledge of sewing.
Yes, and that came back in the sort of was referenced in the Manhattan episode where Fluttershy helps make the all those dresses. They all do, but Fluttershy was a big part in that one.
Yeah. It would not surprise me. This is what started Fluttershy and Rarity's friendship big time because, well, later on in the season we see them hanging out at Spa constantly.
Yep.
Whenever this, like, the freaky knowledge of sewing was what caused the friendship to get going.
Yeah, I could see that. We're already going, wait, Where did you learn this?
Where did you learn these things? I was not expecting this. I was not expecting you to actually know these things.
Yeah, because she goes on that rant. Well, since you really wanted to know, and then just, holy crap. Identifying the stitches and the types and, like, wow.
Yeah. There was also just in general, just as this episode's kind of the clients from hell.
Yeah, this is very much the clients from hell episode.
Yeah, it's just
the customer's always right. No,
are they?
Not.
Are they really? The customer is always
aren't.
stupid. Yeah, it's either being very weird or unhelpful, or it's fine. Just needs to be cooler.
Yep. Although
that's not helpful in the slightest.
It's not helpful, and I struggle with that a lot because I'll have these, I want it different, or I have this idea, but I just can't put words to it. I, on the other hand, usually just keep it to myself. It's like, I know it's not helpful, so I just don't.
It's fine. Oh, yeah, of course, I'm into the infamous line now.
Oh, you're the one going to bring it up? I was going to do it. Yes, this is the
infamous line.
Infamous 20% cooler.
Now it needs to die in a fire forever.
Nah, it's good.
No, it's not good.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's fine.
This is not fine.
Yes, this is where that one came from, and no one has ever forgot it since.
Unfortunately.
20% cooler.
Also, just kind of the visuals during the song were pretty nice, just because of the whole, integrating the sewing into the
yes, using the patterns and such as
sweeps and whatnot to change stuff.
Yeah,
pretty interesting looking stuff. Some of the lyrics and periods like for Pinkie Pie something pink.
Okay.
All right, makes sense.
You just simply die.
Yeah, you can just.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that's a phrase, but I didn't expect it here.
Death.
I did not expect it here. Of course, people have made horror fics based around that.
Oh no!
One line. Really?
Yeah. Well, that's all you need, really.
Apparently.
Also, just the fact that she's just put off. Again, it's the whole element of generosity thing. Yeah. Just making her dresses. Although it does sound like she's charging for them because what was it? The Applejack
even
line.
If you've got a fudget, make sure it stays within our budget.
It's like, I guess they are paying for it, which makes sense. I mean, just because she's taking time out of her busy schedule just to make you dresses doesn't necessarily mean she's going to do it for free.
Yes.
Although it's like interesting. No, I'm not going to take no for an answer. But I don't have. Nope. I'm making you a dress. But I don't have. Doesn't matter.
I'm going to make you a dress. I can't afford that. I don't care. I'm going to make it for you and you're going to pay for it anyway. But I can't afford that.
Right. Also, Opal apparently is knows fashion too. But still, a cat hanging around.
Apparently this cat never sheds.
I guess not.
I've had cats. This doesn't work.
Yeah, those every single dress Verity makes should be covered in cat hair. It never occurred to me until just seeing her Opal roll all over and everything.
Rolling all over your fabric. And it's just
I know this. I didn't go into my parents' house. I come home covered in cat hair.
Yes, it's unavoidable. Anything that doesn't have cat hair, when put in the vicinity of a cat, will suddenly be covered in cat hair. The cat doesn't even have to show its face, but it will be covered in cat hair. That's just how cat hair works.
Hope none of Verity's clients are allergic.
Yes. That is a thing.
Now, if you want a hypoallergenic pet, obviously something like, I don't know, a gator.
A gator. With no teeth.
See, there you go. No worries about fur or anything.
You can also get a naked mole rat.
Oh. It's only if you're a loser.
Not that big of a loser.
He's a loser and you know it.
Going out with Kim, though. Can't be that bad of a loser. That's a pretty good win.
He's lucky he knows it.
Lucky win is still a win.
Anyway.
Now we're getting off topic.
Completely off topic. Completely different cartoon. It's coming back in the movie.
Yes.
Oh, no. But, yeah. This thing about this episode is just, it's kind of, I know a lot of people, I think, get a not really happy with it just because, again, it's one of the girliest of the girly, I guess. Just because it's fashion and dresses and all that stuff, and it's like, wow, hyper feminine.
It is, but it's
also honestly probably one of the better episodes of the season. I'm going to say that right now.
It is actually even me who doesn't like Rarity, because my personality and Rarity's personality, our interests don't really connect. I still think this was a really well done episode.
Well, by the way, it was written by Charlotte Fullerton, who has not been around on the show in a long time.
That's a name I haven't heard in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it was a very well done episode, and yes, it was hyper feminine, but it was Rarity. What do you expect? It's a Rarity episode. It's about Rarity.
And yet, later Rarity episodes were not hyper feminine. For example, Rarity Investigates is definitely not.
Definitely not, but it's not like we can't have a feminine episode. Just because this show was meant for, lots of people and not just for girls, even though it is the target audience, doesn't mean we can't have a hyper feminine one. There's nothing wrong with femininity, however you pronounce that word. There's nothing wrong with this.
Oh, hey, speaking of, guess who? What other show Charlotte Fullerton wrote for?
Kim Possible?
Yeah. Also, the Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, nice.
Digimon, Power Rangers.
That's
Ben 10. Wow.
That's quite the repertoire.
Yep. I can't remember which episode she wrote for, though, but whatever. I'm not going to go look that up right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a feminine episode.
It's just, I know a lot of people kind of got about it because this shows, because that was apparently a lot of people put the whole thing as, it's a good girl show because it's not hyper feminine. And it's like,
that's not what makes a good or bad girls show.
That's where a lot of people decided to go with, but it's like, no, not really.
Yeah. But yeah, I will agree with you. This is definitely one of the better episodes of season 1. Even though I'm not a fan of the character, I can see where there is quality, and this was very well done.
Oh yeah, the bit when they're trying to get Rarity out of her room.
Dash puts the cat in the tree.
Yeah, that, but also the Dash, this is another one of those weird things. It's kind of that weird quirk with early Dash, which is she's still very tomboyish and still also doesn't know when to shut her mouth.
Yeah.
But
she doesn't have a huge amount of tact.
Oddly enough, it's also she's totally cool with doing a fashion show and everything.
Yeah,
which is weird because a lot of people would interpret that as out of character now. And if that happened nowadays without any real fuss, I think people would say, "Oh, that's out of character." But back then, it's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's weird. That's that weird thing with
it is a weird one with Dash. I mean, I think it really all depends on who's writing the episode.
But again, it's just one of those things where I think this is one of those weird quirks where if something happened now that happened earlier, people now would complain about it, but back then it was fine.
Yeah. So back then we had the idea that the characters weren't fully established yet because it was still early.
Well, this was halfway through the season. At this point, they're pretty well established.
Yeah, they're getting there. But yeah, the whole Dash is tomboyish, but she still wears dresses and does fashion shows.
You're not a laughingstock. She kind of is. Shh.
She's not wrong.
That doesn't mean you should say it.
Exactly. Dash wasn't very tactful. And that was a running thing. That's just your standard. That's just part of Dash's character. She's gotten better.
This episode sure was something.
Something.
Yes. Something is my favorite.
Something is my favorite. Yes,
I love that bit right there too. The initial, which is weird because like these are objectively well made, and you guys are just acting like she threw rags on you.
Yeah. I don't like how they reacted. It's they are very well made, and but they reacted like they're garbage, and it's just like,
where are your standards? Geez.
Yeah, I get that you may have had another idea in your head, but that reaction was still probably a little extreme.
It's weird. Tell me. That
part was great.
Yeah.
That part was great.
Oh, if you insist. No. Oh, just back. Please stop asking.
Please stop asking.
Yeah. So, it is, again, it's a really fun episode.
Yeah.
And all the main 6 have their moments in it.
They all have their moments.
Even though it's a Rarity focus.
It is.
Which kind of is almost like it's proto saddle reel review.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strong rarity focus, but at the same time, that all the main 6 do something spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Although the standards have the bar was raised by the time Saddle Row Review came out. But
Yes. But yeah, Tabitha definitely shined in this episode.
Shined.
Yes. Yeah. Tabitha definitely made this episode. She just did an amazing job. This character was written for Tabitha. It really was.
Someone else who did a good job, of course, was Kazumi Evans.
Yes. With the songs. Yes, Kazumi Evans is the singer for Rarity. I got nothing else to add.
No, I'm really.
Yeah. So
I kind of threw everything I wanted to, I think. Although I just also did want to, real quick though, I just remembered something. The crowd scene during, there's another thing, Vinyl, DJ Pone 3.
Yeah, we totally forgot about
her first appearance of her long time, her only appearance till season 2 finale, I believe.
Yeah, until she popped up at the very end.
Yeah, it's season 2 finale, she popped up again. And there's also in the crowd scene though, background ponies repeating over one shot. You can pause it and look, there's 3 lyres, there's 3 minuets, there's 3 derpies.
Yep. That was a thing. It's a big crowd, and they've only got so many characters to work with.
Copy paste.
Yep,
it's fine.
That's what you got to do.
And since then, they've improved a lot on their background ponies, or they just kind of frame the scene so you don't really see the ponies in detail.
Yep, they just like color blobs.
Blob.
Pony blobs. That became a thing.
Anyway, that's what I would add. I think beyond that, I'm done though.
I had nothing else to add for this episode. I guess that means we're moving on to fan content.
Yeah, the one lone soul piece of fan content.
This has been a rather quiet week for fan content in general, apparently. I've got one song, and there's a good handful of songs that did come out, and they're all pretty good. It's just none of them really grabbed me as much, and I think it's because we've got the Ponies at Dawn album coming out in less than a week, so everyone's gearing up for that. So next week we'll see what happens, but
I want to feature all the songs. You can't do that.
I can't feature. It's probably going to be. It's a massive list. But yes, we'll see what happens next week. But for this week, I've got one. This is Loop Hoof's remix of "You'll Play Your Part."
Stand here for a reason. You're gifted and you are strong. That crown is upon your head because you belong.
It's somewhat simple, but it's nice. It adds this really nice bounce to it. It's got a really good flow to the remix, and it fits the vocals really well. It's not like one of those where they kind of clash a bit. Everything works together really, really well. It's fun and bouncy, and I really like what they did. Kept the same sort of emotion and feel to the original song, sort of, but kind of just picked it up a bit and made it a little bit bouncier and made it their own.
Yeah, bounciness definitely stands out quite a bit. It's also kind of a weird loopy feeling, if it makes sense, like loop.
Loopy feeling for Loop Hoof.
Oh,
fits the name.
Yeah. It's also, there's a couple times in it kind of gets very, I guess, light to a degree, but it's kind of, because it's like, there's no like lead up. Like a lot of these remixes, you get these kind of lead up before the vocals kick in. This one's like,
this one's just right there.
Like 1 second
right
maybe before there's the vocals.
Yep, opens right up with it. But it's got good. I don't want to use the term breakdown because that's an actual musical term, but where it calms down a bit, and then the ending where it mellows out a little. I did like those parts too. Very well done. So whole song, really well done. Go check it out.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's all we have for fan content.
Yeah.
We don't have any fanfics
No fanfic.
and no updates either.
No updates, no fanfics, nothing.
How many weeks has it been without updates now? At least we didn't have any
several.
last
It's
week.
over a month.
Wow.
It's been over a month, I think. At least. There was a fanfic that was really well written, but it just made me mad.
It just made you mad. 200% mad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, how dare you have Sunset Cheon Twilight?
How dare you?
How dare you? I'm mad at you now.
Yes, you made Nemesis mad. But we won't name names, apparently. So yes, since there's no new fanfics or updates, that brings us to the end of the episode. So yes, if you liked what you heard, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's spelled Libsyn. Let's go there. Check out all of our episodes. You can also find our episodes on iTunes. Just search for Pony411. Go give us stars or whatnot. Rate us. You can subscribe there and have it auto-download.
Another star.
Yes, star. Make sure all the stars are accurate, like on Twilight's dress.
Oh, no.
You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or use one of the mobile apps if you have that. Just search for us. You know our name, Pony411. We're also on Google Play. It's play.google.com/music. Go there, and then you can search for us, Pony411. We are also on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. And you know what to do on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, those things. Because you have to always say that, right?
Yep, always.
Always.
Even if it annoys people, it's still kind of necessary because oddly enough, it actually does work.
It's weird. We're also on Ponyville Live with all of the other shows that they have there. You can find us as well. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, so tune in and listen to us there, or tune in whenever. There's a bunch of great music there and live DJs, so check them out if you like listening to good music. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com, so send us comments, criticisms, suggestions, tell us what you thought about this episode. If you have something you want us to talk about or look at, just send it to us and we will take a look. Can't guarantee anything, but we will take a look at least. We are also on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like our page there. We'll post updates when they happen. You can message us, whatnot. It's Facebook, you know what to do. We're also on Twitter, @pony411. Follow us, tweet us. It's the best way for quick little communications and to say hi. See us tweet nonsense or whatnot, which we'll do every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find our personal Twitter accounts. I am @Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end, and he is @Nemesis Prime 1.
Yep.
So see him tweet begging for money. And
yeah, I got a coffee account.
Yes, set up a coffee. And yes, that coffee will...
That benefits Pony411.
That does benefit Pony411, so if you want to help out, you can buy us a coffee.
No recurring. It's just one time.
Yep.
You can pay however much you want.
Yep.
Or don't.
Make Yuri happy. Or don't.
You can make her happy without things going bad.
Without things going bad. Get that mod that where
Just give her a nice new book.
Yes.
Much like Twilight. Books.
That pony sure does love books. So yes, you can also follow me, I guess, when I retweet stuff. Like
Dash pictures.
Well, yes. What else are you going to get from me? I should use it more often. I just don't know what to say.
Something else. Anything else.
Nah. Dash pictures are great. Anyway, that's us. That's this episode. Hope you liked what you heard. Hope you tune in next time in 2 weeks.
2 weeks again.
When we're going to talk about something.
I know what we're talking about. I'm not telling you, though.
Because he's a jerk.
Yep. I know what we're going to talk about, though. I already figured out.
Yes, we'll talk about something, whatever Nemesis over here has
in about
decided.
a month, month from when we're recording, we'll see the season 8 premiere.
Yes, I'll get to lead that one.
Yeah.
Yay, that is coming up very soon.
Just gotta hold on until then.
Just a little bit longer. The hiatus is almost over.
Even though a lot of us already know stuff about season 8.
Yes. But anyway, the hiatus is almost over. It's almost upon us. A little bit longer. Anyway, that's the end. Again, hope you liked what you heard. Hope you tune in next time. But until then, remember, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.